You're in tune with Community Radio Youghal.
My name is Anne Murray and I'm from Youghal, having moved here almost 30 years ago when I got married. I'm also a mum of 3 daughters, and I suppose as a woman I understand what it is to be discriminated against. Also as a mother I understand what it is to have to support and fight for a child with a particular need. And I'm all for fairness, equality, justice. And indeed, if this referendum was about equality, I'd be first up for it. However, this referendum is about changing the meaning of civil marriage as we know it. And Article 41 of the Constitution is where the proposed amendment is to be inserted. And it's this article that links marriage and the family. And that is why we cannot have this debate without bringing the needs of children into it. And there are consequences for children. And as a mum, I have grave concerns about that. And as a local man said to me recently, there are 166 TDs in the Dáil. Not one has actually opposed this proposal. And he felt, like many other people felt, that those of us that are going to vote no, are not being fairly represented by our local politicians. And indeed, if we think about it, the last time the government, the political parties in the Dáil and the media were in agreement on one thing, we had the banking crisis, and we all know where that has left us. And indeed, there are a lot of people out there that are afraid to vote no. And that surely is not good for society, for a democracy. And I'd especially like to thank CRY for facilitating this debate, for giving the listeners an opportunity to hear both sides of the argument. Because after all, what we need on the 22nd of May as voters is to be well informed before we make this really, really important decision. It's one of the most important referendums in our time, and it's important that we as voters are informed.
Okay, Dave Roach from Yes Equality Cork joined us on the line now. Very good afternoon to you, Dave. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm great, Jordan. And yourself?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Could you tell us what Yes Equality Cork is standing for and why people should vote yes?
Okay, I suppose Yes Equality Cork really has a very simple message in that civil marriage should be available the citizens of the state and all the children of the state. Civil marriage is a basic right. I think people have a right to express their loves, their aspirations, their needs through the institution of marriage, just like everybody else. And I think that contrary to popular belief, that marriage really becomes strong only when it's available to everybody on an equal basis. I think it's very important that people inform themselves and not be confused by some of the misinformation that's out there. The referendum on May the 22nd is a very simple question. It has nothing to do with people's family status or adoption or all the other stuff that people are hearing. All that stuff has been dealt with in legislation. The reality is that the only difference and the only thing they're being asked to vote on is whether or not everybody's right to marriage is protected under the Constitution. Civil partnership is there, certainly, and it was a huge leap forward for Ireland. But civil partnership is subject to law. So a change of government could easily change the status of civil partnership. By putting civil marriage into the Constitution and making it available to everybody, it's protected under the Constitution, and therefore would have to be put back to the people for a decision if a change of government ever decided that it no longer was desirable.
It's important for us as a community radio station to be able to give both sides the opportunity to air their views and let people know the ins and outs of the debate ahead of the upcoming referendum on May the 22nd. As a community radio station, as somebody licensed by the Broadcasting Authority of Ireland, it is our duty to give a fair and balanced approach and to give both sides an equal time, equal billing, and let them give their side of the argument. And that's we're duty bound to be able to do that and to give both sides equal opportunity. It's going to be a fascinating debate and a fascinating referendum to see what state the country is in and what way the people will vote on May the 22nd. And the benefit of having local people debating the issue and get the feeling here locally in Youghal and surrounding areas, what the feeling is on the doorstep and on the campaign trail, if you like, what way people are going to vote and what the feeling is on the ground. And it's a fantastic opportunity for us to be able to have this debate and for people to get to listen to both sides of the argument in a fair and measured and balanced approach and a balanced debate, and something that I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be fascinating listening for our audience, and something to really look forward to. But it's for a community radio station and for CRY 104 FM. It's just it's what we're about. Giving people that platform and giving them the opportunity to air their views and give their opinions. So tune in to the debate, and I hope something that will be both informative and educational and will help maybe people make up their minds if they're undecided what way they are going to vote on May 22nd.
You're in tune with Community Radio Youghal.